Hey guys, Jeremy here, RC Collaborative. Today I've got a tip for you about taking your wheel hubs off of your car. This applies to Arrma, Mugen, any car out there with a 17mm hex. You might want to watch this to prevent yourself a big headache later.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold, you might need a sweater too.
So everyone knows proper maintenance is very important on your vehicles. That means taking them apart, being able to service them, and getting them back together regularly without having a problem. One of the things that make that difficult is when you use Loctite on things that need it. And one of those things that need Loctite every single time are your wheel hexes. So I'm going to talk about some tips on how to remove these safely, and I would like to explain that there's a lot of precaution that you want to take when you're removing these. You don't want to go in blind and not put your driver in correctly and strip out your screw in there, because this is one of those things that cannot be drilled out and repaired easily without replacing a bunch of parts. So with that said, one thing to prevent having this from happening and having issues with it, I think, are having closed wheel nuts. These are the Thunder Innovations closed wheel nuts that fit on pretty much most A-scale vehicles out there. So when you put this nut on there, it keeps the dirt from getting inside of your Allen screws in here, and it makes it easier later when you go to put a tool in. There's not a bunch of dirt and your tool inserts all the way in and works correctly. So that's one thing that you want to keep in mind. If you do not have these kind of wheel nuts, one of the first things you want to do when trying to take these off is get a pick, something very small, to get inside of there and pick all the dirt out. Stick an air compressed nozzle in there as far as you can and blow as much dirt out of there before you even attempt taking this apart. Now, hopefully when you're putting your wheel hexes on, or whoever built the car, put thread lock on the Allen screw in there, because I've seen plenty of people have the entire wheel hex come off during a race because they don't use thread lock and everything comes loose. They lose the pin and the whole hex and tire comes off and then the race is over. So I always use blue thread lock, and normally I have no problem using my hand driver and my tool and taking this off by hand. Normally I would use my speed tip for just about everything, but in this case you do not want to use a speed tip because, like I said, this is a high risk job here, and using a power tool increases the risk of stripping something. So with the blue thread lock, normally I can get it out with no problem. Yeah, it came out really easily, nice and easily, and I can take this out. I can put more thread lock on it and put it back in, and I won't have an issue later. Now, what you want to do, this comes with experience, is you want to have a feel for the breaking point of most things. You have a feel for, I know how much pressure it normally takes to get this screw to break free, and how much it shouldn't take, and then there's the threshold of where you're about to strip something or you're going to have a problem. So if you feel like you're getting to the point where it should have broken free but didn't, you should stop. Get yourself a torch, a lighter, something, a heat gun. A torch works best, and you put heat directly on this aluminum hex. It only takes about 5 to 10 seconds of heat. It will soak into that screw and help break the thread lock free. You want to do that before you go give it everything you've got, and then you strip the screw, and then even if you use heat, you can't do anything about it. Now, one last tip I want to tell you, you know, of course you want to use a good tool like an MIP driver, but sometimes you have the screw is worn out or your driver is worn out, and one thing you can do is you can take your driver. Alright, you hold it square, and you can actually tap it with like a hammer or something and help set your screwdriver deeper into the socket of the Allen and give you a better bite if you already have an issue with something stripped. So that's about it. like I said, this works on every vehicle, Mugen, Arrma, it doesn't matter what it is. So hopefully this helps somebody. If you have any questions, put your comments below. Thank you so much for watching my videos and supporting me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and most importantly, comment below. Please let me know if the videos helped you, what you would like to see in the next videos, and if there's anything we can do to make the quality of the videos better for you, that would be great. If you're a vendor and you'd like to send me something to review, a product review, or would like to sponsor me for racing, my email is just down here. Send me an email, we'll work it out. Other than that, collab on, guys.